Hey, what's up, nerds? This is Ray Finkle. We're about to do Lords Mobile in 3 minutes. To keep this quick, how strong are all the tiers of all the troops, training speed analysis, and a might analysis. We will test all this by split testing, and for the sake of time, we will skip the raw screenshots and go straight to the tables. Here are those same results in a table. Pause here if you like. In this series, we kept the front lines the same, and we changed only the protected back line. This allows us to evaluate one tier's damage compared to the others, and we can see that 888 Tier 4 equaled 1,333 Tier 3, which equaled 2,000 Tier 2, which equaled 4,000 Tier 1. Different scenarios, but identical results show us each tier's equivalency, as shown now on this table. We will simplify those numbers to a Tier 4 equivalency, and we see that, strength-wise, one Tier 4 equals 1.5 Tier 3, which equals 2.25 Tier 2, and then 4.5 Tier 1. Feel free to retest this for yourself, and you will find matching results. Here's the second series, where we replicated the first series results, but we removed the frontline buffer to show that the troops' survivability ratios exactly mirrors their attack damage ratios. Here's the table where we see the same results across 4 different battles, though these are skewed a slight bit minus one rounded digit at the end, which appears in smaller scale battles. In this series, we see that the enemy lost 84 Tier 4, 124 Tier 3, 188 Tier 2, and 380 Tier 1, which are the same ratios as the first series. 1 Tier 4 equals 1.5 Tier 3, which equals 2.25 Tier 2, which equals 4.5 Tier 1. And here is the same math, just at a different strength ratio perspective. Pause here if you want. Now that we know the strength ratio of the different tier troops, let's look at how they compare by training time. This table shows us the equivalent training times for the 4 tiers. To note here, we know from earlier that 4.5 Tier 1 power equals the power of 1 Tier 4. But in the same training time, you can train 8 Tier 1. This is why you see good players with huge castles with millions of Tier 1 for defensive purposes. When comparing equal training time, an army of Tier 1 will do considerably more damage than an army of Tier 3 or Tier 4, as seen at the bottom part of this table. This is the basic goal of efficiency: more damage for the same price. This means if you see someone with over, say, 4 or 5 million of each Tier 3 or Tier 4, they either haven't learned how to play yet, or they don't care how to play, or a mixture of both, or they just want to look big with huge irrelevant might, which we'll discuss next. The summary for this slide: the lower the tier, the more efficient damage it will do on defense. Now let's look at how the different tiers compare might-wise. It's never good to judge someone just by their might. That is exactly what traps want you to think. And also, might is a terrible indicator to game skill. To be quick, half of all Tier 4 players suck bad. But we see in this table that given equal training times, we know that an army of Tier 1 not only will do more efficient damage when defending, but it also hides its might very well, making it the sought-after troop type for traps. If you see someone with a couple million Tier 3 and Tier 4 of each type, they're either in a farming kingdom and don't care about defending, or they're just trying to show off with their inflated might to look cool, but just know that their actual defensive power is much less than what it appears to be. Thanks for watching. Test some of this on your own and you'll learn a lot. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Like and subscribe for more Lords Mobile mathematical analysis. This one was a bit longer, but it had a lot of big, sexy numbers in it. Hope you enjoyed. I'm Ray Finkle, and remember, help control the pet population. Spay and neuter your cats and dogs. Good night, everybody.